Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the meeting of the Grandville City Council. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask Marcy to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Flanagan.
Here.
Gelderlos.
Present.
Merringa.
Present.
Steenstra. Sullivan.
Here.
Vanderwall.
Present.
And Mayor Mas.
Here. Councilmember Tim Steenstra has asked to be excused tonight. Is there a motion to excuse him?
So support.
Motion support. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposition, please say no. I see that our scheduled pastor is not here, so I'll give the invocation tonight. So for those of you who wish, I'd invite you to stand for the invocation. I'm going to follow that with a pledge of allegiance. Father, we thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the warmth. Thank you for the changes of seasons and the variety that you've created. Thank you. We are just allowed and privileged to live in a community like Grandville where we feel safe and cared for. Thank you for the men and women who work for the city and volunteer and help make this a great place to live. We thank you that you love us, you care for us, and you watch over us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, you have before you the agenda for tonight's meeting. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving, please say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Any opposition, please say no. We also have the minutes from our last meeting, which was only a week ago. And you've had a chance to look at that. Marcy, great job as usual. Any additions, corrections, anything anybody wants to point out, highlight? And if not, is there a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting, May 11th?
So moved.
Motion. I'll support that.
The three of us weren't here, so.
Well, oh, that's true, yeah, that's right. Okay, motion support. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposition, please say. Next item. Yeah, how do we rack up $500,000 in bills in 1 week? Lots of stuff going on.
Making things
right?
happen.
Yeah, all right. So anything you'd like to highlight on there?
Sure, thank you. One I'm going to highlight on the pre-cut checks is a payment in the amount of $6,000 to a Mark Sattler. Mr. Sattler is the owner of a local business off of Spartan Industrial, where a utility billing discrepancy was brought to our attention, and that was the resolution in terms of correcting an overpayment. So wanted to make you guys aware of that. We have Game Time, an invoice in the amount of $26,663. Game Time is the company where we've purchased the new playground equipment for Mill Race Park. Just as a friendly reminder for everyone about that, we're anticipating Mill Race Park to be completed at the end of the month, and the Parks Commission regular meeting on May 27th is actually going to take place at Mill Race Park. So we would invite anyone from the council who would like to attend. My understanding is they're going to do a short dedication as part of that meeting. So if you guys want to stop by, I think they'll probably take a picture and just walk around when they get done with their meeting and celebrate it a little bit. Grandville Band Boosters, payment in the amount of $2,448. This was the fundraiser proceeds from Art and Chocolate Walk. The Band Boosters traditionally gets a share of the Sip and Bits cards that are sold. So that's a pretty nice contribution to a local organization. Scott Civil Engineering, we've been seeing them more regularly on the invoice list, invoicing the amount of $18,310. As a reminder, this is the company that specializes in bridge engineering and design. They're doing the pre-engineering work in preparation for fiscal year 27-28. Where we'll be making some significant bridge rehab projects. And then lastly, We have Todd Wetzel Buick GMC of Westland. This was a purchase of one of the vehicles that was approved all the way back on September 8th. Finally came in, so we made the payment for that. So those are the invoices I have to highlight this evening. If there are any questions about any others, please let me know and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I had a question, and maybe it's, maybe for you or Chief Anglin. $104,000 to Kent County Treasurer for, lien maintenance and police dispatch. That's a one-shot, once a year kind of a thing?
We get billed twice a year.
Twice a year?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, any other questions for Griffin on the bills? Jason?
Good one, I was just curious what a pictometry project is, at County Treasurer?
You wanna go ahead, Charlie?
Yeah, sure. So that's our ortho flights, the flyovers for our GIS aerial maps. Happens every 3 years, and we just pay that in one bulk fee.
Great, thank you.
So, yeah.
Any other questions about the bills? Not, is there a motion to approve the bills tonight in the amount of $519,859.30?
So moved.
Motion
Support.
and support. Any other comments, questions? If not, Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Gelderlos,
Yes.
Merringa,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. Next item is presentation, introduction of our new special event coordinator. Janie, welcome. I don't know if Griffin's gonna introduce you, or if you don't wanna introduce yourself, come on up to the podium and
I'll say a few nice things while Cheney's coming up. So, Cheney Huff is local here to Grandville and started last week as the new special events coordinator. So she is going to be working in partnership with the city and the DDA to plan, organize, and execute the many great special events that the city participates in. She's going to be leading kind of the business relationship effort with a lot of our downtown businesses, as well as downtown marketing and communication and promotion. She's got some really great experience with some local nonprofits, and we're just super excited to have her aboard. We had a really competitive pool and a lot of interest in this position. Council will remember, we had a pretty thorough discussion about the need for this as part of the joint meeting with the DDA earlier in the year, and was just really happy that we also got some great participation. Mayor Mas, another member of the DDA board, participated in those interviews, as well as the director of the Chamber of Commerce and Josh Bernstein, the local manager of the Grandville Library, two partners who work really close on these events as well. So feeling like we found a rock star and just super excited to have Cheney joining the team.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Cheney?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a Grandville born and raised native and neighbor just across Wilson. And I have been working in the nonprofit sector, heading up fundraising events, community events, and just really building relationships within the community. I am incredibly excited to have the opportunity to fill this role as the special events coordinator. This was a perfect personal, professional, hand-in-hand situation for me. At the Fall Fest, I said planning these would be my dream job, and then this spring for it to happen was just amazing. So I'm very excited to be here and to be able to work with everyone, and just grateful for the opportunity to come introduce myself as well.
Great, thank you. Well, we're here to support you. We're excited to have you as our event planner, and anything we can do, please let us know.
Thank you.
On that note, I'll just share, Cheney's been hitting the ground running. She's going to be able to shadow Teresa quite a bit with the upcoming 4th of July celebration. But there's a lot of work that'll need to get done in time for Summer Street Fair and Fall Fest. So she's definitely hitting the ground running, but kind of on that note, the ask I've kind of been making of everybody is just as much as possible, please be patient and supportive of Cheney. We know she's gonna do a great job, but no matter what, coming into this position is gonna be a little bit challenging just with getting into the cycle of everything and kind of getting everything up and running after this little bit of period of transition. So I know you all will, and I'm extremely grateful for it, but just as much as we can, let's just be supportive and patient, and I think we're gonna have some great events to come.
Thank you.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to the event.
Thank you. You too.
It's time for public comment. Anybody here tonight would like to address the council, please just come on up to the podium. And Mike, welcome.
Hi. Long time no see. Mike Cobb, 3362 40th. I've said many times at this podium that I think all of us are overtaxed. And now that I'm on a fixed income, I guess I see it a little more. But when you total everything up, it's just getting to that point where it's getting out of control. And I followed the budget meetings. Sorry I missed the one at the water treatment plant, but I'm a little concerned in the fact that we just raised taxes 2 years ago, coming up this June, for local roads, and now we're not gonna do any. Yeah, I just, and now I know the water's going up, the sewer's going up, it's just gonna be, and we're gonna have to raise taxes next year to cover the bridge stuff and everything. So following the budget, I would ask if you would vote against it, but like I say, we'll see where that goes. And then one last quick thing I've got, this is the third time I've been up here on this topic, and that is the fact that when we have public jobs, public sector jobs, we usually provide good wages, retirement, benefits to keep people. In the last year, we've had quite a change in the last year to people that I considered friends and people that I thought were gonna retire from here. And me and Griffin had talked, I get change is change. But these were people that wanted to retire here and they care. And as Griffin knows, it's hard to find somebody that cares anymore to hire them. So yeah, I don't know, something's going on, but we've gotta figure it out. And then last but not least, I'd like to thank Marcy for all her work over the years. I've talked to Lisa down at the Kent County clerks, and she speaks so highly of her and Grandville's way they do things. She says they've incorporated 6 or 8 different things down at the county level that they've learned from either Mary or Marcy. So, but no, I appreciate, thanks for serving, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Griffin, did you want to make a comment about the local streets? Because Mike missed the last budget
Sure.
meeting, so.
Yeah, Mike, I can clarify, and happy to sit down later if you want, we can look through some of it in more detail, but the budget that they're gonna be considering tonight includes about $500,000 of local roads. The council discussed a few options last week at the meeting and ultimately is bringing about $500,000 back. In addition to that, the bridge projects that are planned for the following fiscal year, there's already a financial plan in place. We've been working towards those projects for several years. Those aren't gonna impact the need in regard to tax rate or anything like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify, yeah, we are doing some local roads, because originally in the budget, it wasn't there, and we had a long discussion, so yeah.
Yeah, I seen them last week, and I looked at the Pacer ratings and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and, yeah, we're just behind. We're just behind, and we gotta get caught back up, so, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address the council? Just come on up to the podium. Okay, if not, well, let's go down to ordinances and resolutions. Griffin, do you want to walk us through these, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, happy to. So, these resolutions are in the standard format, so for those of you who have been on council should look somewhat familiar. So the first one is the water and sewer rate resolution. So, a resolution to adopt the proposed water and sewer rates for fiscal year 26-27 is included in the packet. The rates proposed on that resolution are consistent with those discussed during budget workshop number 2 on April 20th. For the average household who uses about 15,000 gallons of water per quarter, the proposed changes are estimated to cost an additional about $12.30 a quarter. We included in your memo kind of the comparison sheet that the finance department puts together every year that kind of shows where we are in terms of the rest of the region in terms of our rates. As a friendly reminder about that chart, the proposed Grandville rates are the only rates for this upcoming fiscal year. Every other community's rates on there are their adopted rates for this last year, and we do it that way because we don't know at this point in time what these other communities will do, except we anticipate they will continue to take a similar path that we are. But with all that being said, you know, I'm recognize the impact, you know, water sewer rates puts on all of our community, but I can also confidently say that I think our organization has struck a pretty good balance in terms of being able to raise enough revenue to continue to invest on this critical public infrastructure while at the same time maintaining rates that are competitive in the region. So with all that being said, it's recommended that the council consider adoption of the resolution included in the packet to implement the water and sewer rate changes to be effective July 1, 2026.
Questions for Griffin about the water sewer rate proposal? Yeah, we always hate to see rates go up, but, I mean, there's some major changes happening at the city of Wyoming from whom we buy water too, so. Kind of
Lots of changes, lots of investment going on, and that's the way we're able to maintain a safe and reliable drinking water system and sewer system for many years to come.
Any questions, comments? Is there a motion to adopt resolution number 3393, a resolution amending the rules and regulations governing the use and supply of water and sewer effective July 1, 2026?
So moved.
Support.
Support.
Motion and support. Other comments, questions? Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Merringa,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
Gelderlos,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. Next item is a resolution to approve updated fee schedule. Thank you for doing the red highlighted so we can see which things have changed. Looks like a lot of things changed slightly at the cemetery. It looks like a lot of changes there, just increases on a burial policy.
Yeah, not near as many changes as last year, but I think we shared with you, you know, at this point last year that, you know, our plan was to do an annual look at the fee schedule as it informs some of the different revenue lines in the budget. It just logically makes sense to do it at this same time. So took a look through, you know, you'll notice last year the area that there were a lot of changes was kind of more of the planning and zoning fee side. Those are all still at appropriate points. Some of these are some areas that weren't touched as much last year, but you know, ultimately with that being said, we're trying to take an annual look at the fee schedule. I also do want to note there's a couple of them specifically regard to the updates to the massage ordinance that were made earlier in the year that we did make sure to adjust the titles of the fees because that was something that was brought to our attention after adopting that ordinance that still needed to be corrected. So we did the best we could to kind of check all those boxes. So, but with all that being said, it's recommended that council consider the adoption of the resolution included in the packet to approve the fee schedule for fiscal year 26-27 to be effective July 1, 2026. We still have that escrow policy that was put in place last year. There's no recommended changes to that policy at this time, but just some minor changes to the fee schedule.
Any questions for Griffin on any of the changes to the fees? Okay, if not, is there a motion to approve resolution number 3394, a resolution to approve an updated fee schedule charged by the city of Grandville to be effective July 1, 2026?
So moved. Support.
Motion and support. Final comments, questions? Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Sullivan,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
Gelderlos,
Yes.
Merringa,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. Next one is one we see every year, and that is the resolution to approve the levy of an additional millage rate under the Headley Amendment. Charlie, thank you for your memo. We will look at this every single time.
Yep, and I'll clarify that just because it says an additional levy, we just wanna clarify that the operating millage rate for the proposed budget, so for fiscal year 26-27, would be maintained at the 12.55 mils. It's because of the Headley rollback and the various provisions of Headley and Prop A that we adopt this resolution out of transparency. But as you mentioned, the city assessor put together a nice memo with some good supporting documentation, should there be any questions about that. I know he's willing to answer any questions or concerns you all may have, but ultimately, we are recommending that the city council consider adoption of the proposed truth in taxation resolution, setting the operating millage at 12.55 mils for fiscal year 26-27.
Charlie, I've got a question, because I appreciated your memo and the attachments. So really what this does, it's kind of reduces the maximum amount that,
Well, there's
of
two-
millage that we could levy. So it went like from 17.4 to 17.40. I mean, is that kind of really what it does? It's just permanently reduces that maximum?
The maximum levy, which the city of Grandville does not levy the maximum on.
Right.
And then there's the second part of that, which is the truth in taxation, where it rolls back the millage rate if they're, if the taxing unit is gonna make more dollars than they did in the previous year. So the additional millage rate is just for transparency, to get the millage rate back to where it was last year.
Okay, good.
And for communities that do capture their full charter millage, this is a much more
Right.
kind of impactful exercise each year, because they can't go back over unless they go through the process of a Headley override, which is a whole different thing. But for us, it's not.
We still have like 5%, 5 mils.
Five or so.
A little bit more than that, so, yeah, it's not even close. Good. Anybody have any questions about that? If not, is there a motion to adopt resolution number 3395, a resolution to approve the levy of an additional millage rate?
So.
Motion? Support. And support. Final comments or questions? Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Vanderwall,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
Gelderlos,
Yes.
Merringa,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. The final resolution would be to adopt the budget. I don't know, Jane, you've explained it very well many times before. Any final comments you'd like to make?
I don't, I have no comments,
Okay.
unless there's a specific part of the summary that was provided that needs some further clarification, but, it's a good budget.
The only thing I'll add, if I
Sure.
can, Mr. Mayor, is just for our new council members, what you all are seeing with this resolution, we adopt in Grandville the budget in the general fund, it's the function level, and then for the non-general fund, it's at the fund level, not, all function level, thank you. At the function level, so when you adopt the budget, you're not getting every single line item there. But what Jane does after the budget gets adopted is she will confirm and put together a budget book that does have every line, and if you all would like copies of that, we're happy to provide.
The one comment I do wanna make is the reason we adopt at the function level versus the line item level is because if we were to adopt at the line item level, we would need to be audited at the line item level, and it's much more expensive to be audited at that particular level. And I don't think it's responsible for an organization to adopt at the fund level, because it's too broad. We need it broken up into pieces and looked at as a whole, those pieces as whole pieces, not by line item, but by public safety, roads, things like that, all the different pieces of the roads, winter maintenance, things like that.
And that's not a change, that's
Right.
how it's been
Yeah, that's how
for
it's
many,
always
many
been.
years, but just clarifying for the new folks, if you're wondering why there's not, hundreds of individual lines, we provide that information
Right.
after the fact. And we obviously go through at that level when we go through our budget workshops.
Thanks again for walking us through this year and all the time that you've spent with department heads, all of us.
My pleasure.
Anybody have any comments about the budget? Jason?
Just a question, have there been any other substantive changes besides the local streets?
No.
No, what you're seeing is what was shown last week.
Anybody else have comments? Josh?
Just a comment, I wasn't here last week for the discussion, but I watched the replay on YouTube. But I appreciate the staff work that went into making adjustments or looking for ways to be able to fund some of those local streets. I agree with that second option, that seemed to be the consensus among those that were here. So just thank you for, the additional work that goes into looking to see where we can make some changes so that we can address that and really provide that level of service for people in the community, because I think we all agree that that was pretty important.
And I think, just after discussion amongst the leadership team, we're very confident that it's going to be a positive outcome. By adding that back, it's not going to take too much away from fund balance, where the next year with bridge year, it's going to have a heavy impact. So we should be fine.
Right, well, especially since we've had conversations the last couple of years about how important it is to continue investing in our local roads. So thank you for making this change.
Any other comments about the budget? Glad to see we can keep the millage rate the same, we don't have to increase it, so, and we've got a projected healthy fund balance.
Yep.
Above,
In my opinion, it's healthy.
yeah, and
Yeah.
above what our policy is.
Oh, yeah.
So, and especially thank you to all the department heads for just being so diligent in the way that you're spending money. I feel like you're treating it like your own, you're very careful and cautious, and I really want our citizens to know that, we have very conscientious folks working in the city, so I really appreciate that. I'm not sure it's that way at every city, so thank you. So with that, is there a motion to adopt resolution number 3396, a resolution to adopt the budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027?
Motion.
Motion, is there support?
Support.
Support by Chair. Okay. Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Flanagan,
Yes.
Gelderlos,
No.
Merringa,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. Okay, next item is the consent agenda. We have a few items under there. The minutes from the Historical Commission and the Library Board from their April meetings. The appointment for the Planning Commission, and that is Sue Merrill and Chris Scholl, both who are serving on there already, and they'll be reappointed for terms expiring 1st of July of 2029, which sounds so far in the future, but really isn't, so, but it just sounds like that. Also, we have purchase order and request from the police department for some shirts for training purposes and so on. And so approval of the consent agenda would be in the best interest of the city because of that purchase. And I think it was about, I don't have it, yeah, here we go, $2,200 roughly for those new pieces of uniform, yeah, $2,224.27 for 63 shirts. So is there a motion to approve the consent agenda in the best interest of the city?
So moved.
Support.
Motion and support. Other comments, questions? Anything anybody wants to discuss in particular? Marcy, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Gelderlos,
Yes.
Merringa,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
and Mayor Mas.
Yes. City managers report.
I only have I have no formal action items for you all, just kind of 2 quick announcements. One, I'm excited to share that Black Gold is expected to start their local paving projects for this year later in the week. So you should expect to see them out in town for the next few weeks doing the mill and overlay projects. So what I'll just remind everyone in the community and for council is they get through these local roads relatively quick, but it may be a couple days of disruption, but if everyone can just be patient, it's one of my favorite lines, it's a kind of short-term inconvenience for a long-term benefit. So we're excited to be starting those here pretty soon. And the other announcement I have for everyone is just a friendly reminder that we will be conducting assistant city manager interviews on Thursday this week. Councilman Sullivan has volunteered to sit on one of the panels on behalf of the council, so really appreciate him being willing to do that. So we'll be conducting interviews with an internal panel and then an external panel who will have a council rep, a member of the planning commission, and a member of the DDA. So really excited to get some input on that very important hire. It's another one where we had a really strong application pool, and I'm just really excited to see where we end up. But that's what I have for this evening. I appreciate everyone's help and support with the budget. Really appreciate Jane and everyone else on the team for going through that process, and just really looking forward to another year where hopefully we can make a lot of good things happen in town. So happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Any questions? If not, time for council member comments. Jason, we'll start with you.
Alright, bear with me. Just wanted to say some things to Marcy. I wish I was a better public speaker because you deserve better, but just want to take a moment to thank you for everything you've done for the community and for me personally. You're always willing to help. You approach every challenge with kindness, professionalism, and a get it done attitude. You're truly a master of your craft. The way you have served this community has become an example that I try to model in my own service. This community is better because of you. I wish you nothing but the best in your next chapter of life. Thank you for everything. You'll be deeply missed. That's all.
You kind of shared the same opening statement as me. I don't always wax out, but I just want to say thank you for all your service to the city, for your integrity, for your hard work, for just being a fantastic clerk, more than just a clerk to this council, but for all the elections that you ran and all that you have done for the city. And I just want to thank you too for sharing your wife with us for all these years. And I wish you guys the best as you go forward in your life, or retirement, or whatever that is, or just putting the feet back up on the beach and enjoying Michigan summers. But with all my heart, you will be missed, and just thank you for everything you've done.
Josh.
Yeah, I would echo a lot of those comments. Asked you before the meeting if we could say nice things about you. You don't really always prefer to have a lot of attention on you, but tonight you deserve it a little bit. Enjoyed sitting next to you for a number of years. I was sitting over here and then I was sitting over there, and we moved around a little bit, but appreciate all the work that you've done. You were here when I started in the clerk's office as the deputy with Mary, and did a great job there. And since you stepped into the clerk role, how many years that's been? 12, 15 years now? 12 years. You've done a great job. You've really grown into the role. I know you've done a lot to invest in yourself professionally, to continue to improve, to learn, and that's been wonderful. You've done a great job managing our elections. You've done a great job, serving the council, but also serving the public. We've often heard comments from people about what great service they get when they come to the office, they need help with passport or whatever. You always just serve people with a servant's heart and with great customer service and professionalism, and just been a very good representative of the city and of the council and everybody that's here. You've always been very diligent, very detailed. Your elections have always run very, very smoothly. And, as was mentioned earlier, the county's actually taken some pointers from you, which is quite a compliment. So thanks for everything that you've done. I also, wish you and Jay the best, in whatever you end up doing after this. And I will definitely miss you here, but thanks so much for everything that you've done. Yeah. And then the second thing I just wanted to mention is, the article was sent out, is in our packet here too. I am a little disappointed to hear that the zoo is no longer considering the Walker site for the aquarium. Just that news came out last week. Be interesting to see what direction they go with that. But I know we had talked about that a bit as we were thinking future, as far as any, economic development in this area and so forth. So I hope at some point maybe they reconsider that, but it'll be interesting to see what direction they go with that. Personally, I think Grand Rapids needs to share the wealth a little bit with some of the outlying communities, with some of these public amenities and economic development opportunities, but it'll be interesting to see what direction they go, so continue to keep tabs on that. That's it, thank you.
Yeah, Cheney, just want to thank you for coming to the meeting tonight and introducing yourself. It's really great to see someone new in the role and wish you the best of luck, and confident you'll do a great job, so thanks for joining the team. Marcy, I've gotten to know you quite a bit different than the other council members with work and now being on council for the last 7 months, so I think I've grown closer to you in a professional working relationship than most council members, just with the elections business, so want to thank you for your service to the city the last 24 years, and especially I've really enjoyed getting to know you these past 3 years, being with the county, and just want to thank you for always getting back with me, via email or phone when I needed help, and kind of being a sounding board to bounce things off before I broke the news to local clerks on changes that we needed to make, or other guidance we needed. So just want to thank you for that. You've really shown a lot of dedication and hard work to the citizens of Grandville and all aspects of the clerk's office, though I'm pretty biased to elections, so thank you. And thanks for your friendship too. At the end of the day, I think I can call you a friend, so I appreciate that as well. Yeah, and you'll be deeply missed. We're excited to still have Kay and keep the office going, but you'll surely be missed, and hopefully we don't lose too many election inspectors right after you. So we'll focus on that. So thanks, Mayor.
Jared?
Yeah, a couple of things. Griffin, you said the mill race photo time, or is that can you remind me of that date and time?
Yeah, it's next well, not this upcoming Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 27th. Their meeting's at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It's a little bit up in the air right now, just based on weather and a variety of things. I'll see if I can get anything nailed down a little bit better, but what my suggestion would just be is if there are council members who want to attend, if they want to plan to be there kind of right at 7, we can take a photo or do the celebration and go from there. The Parks Commission was planning already to do their meeting at Mill Race Park on that date, so we're just trying to piggyback off of them. And I'll just throw out, if for whatever reason that doesn't work and we want to do something else as the council, I'm happy to help coordinate that. I'm just trying to give everybody an opportunity, both the council and the Parks Board who have been working on that one for so long, just a chance to celebrate a win when we get one. So 7 o'clock on the 27th.
Sounds good. I missed those details. Thank you.
Sorry.
Cheney, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to work with you as a council member, but also as a downtown business owner. Excited to see what the future holds for you and us and all things Grandville. So, Ms. Chrisman, thank you for being here again. I know you came in late, but you've been here so many times. You've been here so many times lately. I just want to congratulate the class of 2026.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I was nervous that if I was going to have to go first, I was going to talk about Marcy. And then I was nervous if I would go last, what am I going to say about Marcy after all these things? So I wrote it down, so bear with me here. So Marcy, I just want to take a moment to personally thank you for the incredible service you've given to our city and to this community. Your work as clerk has gone far beyond record keeping, managing day-to-day responsibilities of the city. You brought kindness, professionalism, and a genuine care for people that you serve. Anyone who has worked with you knows how dependable you are, but also how warm and approachable you've been. You've handled so many important moments for the city with grace, patience, and a calm presence that made a difference to us all. Your attention to detail, your dedication, and the pride you take in your work have not gone unnoticed. More than anything, Marcy, as a friend, you've been a trusted part of this community and a friendly face to Sweeney residents and staff alike. We're truly grateful for all you've done, and while you certainly will be missed, we're excited as you begin this next chapter. Thank you for leaving such a positive mark on our city. Thank you.
See, one of the disadvantages of being mayor is I go very last. So, Marcy, thank you so much. You've been always so professional. You've always, I felt, have always had our back. You've always put the city of Grandville first. I mean, no question about it. When I told my wife Lisa that you were going to be leaving, she said, "No, what all does the city clerk do?" And I started to list it. I'm like, I said, "What doesn't the city clerk do?" I mean, it's just so amazing. So you will very much be missed. I always enjoy, you are always friendly, always cheerful, so professional, and so competent. Yeah, you will be missed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See, when we adjourn, you'll be all, well, you're working for a few more days, yeah, so.
If I'm ever in the UP, I'm stopping by.
Okay. You can find me.
Oh, I'm pretty good at finding people.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So, support.
Support, all those in favor, please say yes. Yes.
Yes.
And the opposition say no. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight.